Hello, top funders. We're just going to do a backstory part of the fantastic big dance company campaign in Penzance with 3 weeks to go to 12th of March. Fiona, you've mentioned it's like whenever you start talking, all this fantastic information and all these connections keep pouring out. Okay, so let's just like one thing I picked up in the summertime, like Cornwall. Unfortunately, I have to say I've never been to Cornwall, but I imagine it's a place where people go to, and there's lots of summer visitors.
It's incredible. Yeah, it's the best place to live.
Can you talk about, you mentioned just offhand, oh, by the way, Alan, we do summer schools. Let's just talk about the summer schools.
We started the summer school actually 11 years ago now, because our dance group Flavour were doing so many workshops all over the country. We did an anti-bullying tour, and we met with so many children and connected with so many children. They were like, we want to dance with you again. So we thought, why don't we just set up a camp in our studio once a year? So if these children want to come and work with us again, they can come down. And the ethos of the summer school is called This Is It. And it's based around the This Is Me brand. So it's not like your normal kind of dance intensive where you're just going to dance. We work really a lot on character building and confidence building and dream building and figuring out who they are as individuals as well. So it started off, about 11 years ago with just, I think there's about 40 children we started off with, and it's now an international one. So we have, I think the year before last, we had the Philippines, China, Taiwan, Canada, Ireland, Scotland. We had 75 children from all over the world. They all come to Penzance for 1 week and dance with us from 9 o'clock in the morning till 4. And then we choreograph a big performance with all of these children in it at the end of the week, and all the families give us the kids, and then they go and explore Cornwall. It's a great opportunity.
Seriously, that's fantastic.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's really cool. We have 3 groups. We have the bananas, strawberries and apples. So the bananas start when they're like 5 up to the age of 9, and then the next group are 10 to 14, and then the next group are the 15 plus more professional level dancers. So but they all dance together, and it's just magical to watch, because you'll see like the older ones helping the babies, and then we go to the beach for the day and do like bonding and sports games and things like that, and then we all perform together at the end of the week. It's just amazing.
It is amazing, and it's such value creation that you're doing once again. Now let's just go in terms of the backstory. I feel it's really important that the Talkfunding community and also your funders from Crowdfunder who have donated so far, we really need to get serious for a moment and just sort of say that this is quite a critical time for the big dance company and all its work, and also particularly regarding the building on Chapel Street. So basically from what you've said so far is you've got the building has just went on the market, and it's on the open market now. And basically, you're now competing against other people who might come in to try to purchase the building.
Yeah, that's our biggest fear, because people that don't know us and don't know the value, the value to the community, would see this as a great buy, right? If you look at it, if you're coming from an out of town, you'd be like, oh, what a great investment. But it's be a huge loss to us, absolutely huge. The money that we've raised and the money that we can potentially borrow now, if we don't meet this, we could maybe be able to go and get something else out of Penzance. There's nothing in there that's suitable for us, or we could potentially build something which could take some time and could be quite critical to a lot of these kids, especially halfway through their education. They're doing diplomas with us at the moment. And we've got projects running, got community projects running and things. So for us, it isn't really an option to lose this. That's why we're fighting to the end. There's people viewing it as we speak, I think. So it is I know I'm smiling, but it's a smile of fear. We're just trying to stay positive, but it's a pretty terrifying time for us.
Okay, so basically, once again, everybody who's watching this, who will be watching this, is please, we have three weeks to really raise the money to really support the big dance company in Penzance secure this property. And going back to the positive again, can we talk about these? You mentioned a number of times regarding the children and the qualifications that they get, the diplomas. Let's talk. Can you talk about that? please?
Yeah, so basically we started about 8 years ago. As I said, we started off as more of like a community-based dance group. So we still do that. We have social classes for children to come and keep fit. We have adult classes. But we've also got a section of our company now, which is based on education. So the children will learn, they'll start from the age of 5 and work their way up. And our youngest dancers who started are now nearly 18. Makes me feel so old. And they're going to be taking their teaching diplomas. So these young people will have a full qualification, and they'll be able to use that qualification to teach anywhere in the world. So the mentorship program that we're doing is training young people not just to be dance teachers, but leaders. We've actually got a mental health project we're running at the moment, which is going to be going into schools to help children rediscover their identity after lockdown, you know, what they've been through. And we've got a group of ambassadors that are aged between 15 and 18. And all of our kids are leading up to that point where they can be ambassadors and, you know, make a difference in other people's lives. So that would all be interrupted as well. You know, we'd have to figure out what we would do about that, because the diplomas are going to be happening this year. All their exams are going to be happening this year. So we have to protect that as well.
Okay. Okay, Fiona, from my heart, I have to say, I really am touched by your wonderful story and, you know, your family and also the community's commitment to the big dance company over the last 2 decades. So just to recap again, everybody, we have 3 weeks to raise as much money as possible to secure this building for the big dance company. And they're really value creating work, not only in the local level, but with the immense global connections. And interesting enough, as I was talking to Fiona off camera, I'm actually interviewing a Beirut-based dance company, and Fiona's already said, "Oh gosh, I want to collaborate with that company." So I'm interviewing them this afternoon. So here's another example of how the big dance company is clearly working locally, but also thinking globally, and that must be very enriching for the society in Cornwall. And one aspect that is for the local economy. So thank you very much, Fiona, for your time. I know you're working flat out on this at the moment, so thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching and taking an interest. So keep your fingers crossed for us.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you, Fiona. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.